Hey everyone, Brian here once again. Now as you know, we're living in a fast-paced world where the media kind of dictates how we as a society evolve. Technology dictates how we communicate and what we say, how we do it, where we go and what we buy. But in this fast-paced world, every now and then there comes a moment where suddenly you realize that the little things that we take for granted are the most human qualities we possess. Now I was thinking to myself the other day, I was like, so what is this moment? And I thought of a story that kind of like put this all in perspective. And it's a story which I like kind of read, or I don't remember if I read it or I saw it a couple of years back, but it was a story where there was this little kid, alright, and he was about 6 or 7 years old. And what happened was, it was a school day, and the school asked him, the teacher in the school pretty much asked him to write a piece on what they wanted to be when they grow up. So the kid goes home and tries to think about it, and he hasn't made up his mind yet. So the kid goes in the kitchen, this kid's 8 years old by the way, and he goes to his mum, he goes, "Hey mum, what do you want me to be when I grow up?" And his mum kind of turned to him and said, "I want you to be happy. Because no matter what you do, I always want you to be happy. That's what I want you to do when you grow up." So I think this kid kind of took the wrong context of everything. So he goes to school, and the teacher's given him this paper which he wants to write, which says, the title is, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" As in an occupation. So this little kid, let's call him Matt for example, Matt decides to write what he wants to be when he grows up. He wants to be happy. So he writes this awesome piece where he says that no matter what happens, no matter who annoys him, no matter who his enemies are, he will always try to remain happy and a positive individual. And he was so confident with this essay that he kind of went home and it was like, "Oh my god, Mum, I wrote the best essay today in school." It was about like occupations and stuff, and his mum was like, well done, Matt, well done." So what happened was, so this kid is feeling amazing because he's written this amazing piece, and he's like, this is the best thing I've ever written. So a couple of days go by, and finally it comes to a point where he gets his marks back for his paper, and the mark on the paper was NA and it was not graded, and he couldn't understand why. He thought it was like an amazing paper, but it said ask the teacher for more information. So he goes up to his teacher and goes, "So ma'am, how come like I didn't get a mark for it? Like everyone else in the class wrote something, they got a mark, like it doesn't say I failed or anything." And his teacher explains to him, she goes to him, "I wanted you to write what you want to be when you grow up, as in like, do you want to be a doctor, do you want to be a builder, do you grow up? I want to be happy." Because teacher's like, no, I want you to know what sort of profession you are." So the kid just kind of, Matt for a second just kind of waited, and he looked outside the window and he kind of contemplated like, okay, he felt like so shattered because he wrote this awesome piece. So he turns to his teacher and goes, "Miss, if you don't understand what I'm trying to write about, you don't understand life." And it was this, I think at that point, what clicked for me in the story was that so many a time we try and focus on the bigger picture, but we don't see what's in front of us right now. And for this kid, being right now is what you kind of had to do and what you had to kind of get done. And the reason why he did this was due to the fact that at the moment, his happiness is all that mattered to him. And I think that's a key point for all of us to take away from this, that in this fast-changing world where we are traveling at 1,000,000 miles per hour, that we should always think about what's happening now in front of us. Not what's going to happen in the future, not what's going to happen in the past. Because at the moment, now is what matters, and now is what shapes our future. Anyway, thanks for listening to my little one of these rants. I hope you guys have a great day. Keep smiling, and take care. Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.